Have you ever found yourself walking into a room only to forget why you went in there? Or maybe you've experienced that slight pause when you can't quite recall the name of a familiar face, and you just know it's right there, on the tip of your tongue. You're not alone. As we age, it's perfectly normal to notice some changes in memory. But what if I told you that there are simple, daily habits you can adopt to help protect your memory and keep it sharp well into your golden years? As we get older, it's easy to fall into the mindset that our memories are just fading away, that we're destined to forget things and become more scattered. But it doesn't have to be that way. With a few small changes, you can not only improve your memory, but also feel more focused and energized every day. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple habits you can start incorporating into your daily routine to avoid memory loss and keep your brain in top shape. These are easy to do, effective habits that can make a big difference in your life. So, let's dive right in with the first habit that can do wonders for your memory: physical exercise. Now, before you say, "I'm not up for running marathons at this point in my life," hear me out. You don't have to be a fitness enthusiast or a gym goer to experience the benefits of exercise on your brain. In fact, even a short daily walk can help maintain and even improve your memory over time. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which means more oxygen and nutrients are getting to the areas that control memory and cognition. Regular exercise can also help reduce stress, which, let's face it, we all experience from time to time. And stress, as we know, can have a negative impact on our mental clarity. So, whether it's a brisk walk around the neighborhood, a gentle stretch, or dancing to your favorite music, the key is consistency. Find something you enjoy and make it part of your daily routine. You'll be amazed at how a little movement each day can help keep your memory sharp. Now, let's move on to the second habit that can make a big difference: mental exercise. Just like your body, your brain needs a workout too. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities is one of the most effective ways to keep your memory sharp. This could mean reading a book, doing crossword puzzles, or even learning a new skill. It's not just about doing these activities for the sake of passing time. It's about challenging your brain to think in new ways. You might have heard the saying, "Use it or lose it." And it's true when it comes to your brain. The more you stimulate your mind, the more you build cognitive reserves. Studies have shown that keeping your brain active can help slow down the onset of memory decline and even reduce the risk of conditions like dementia. So, whether it's picking up a new hobby, solving a puzzle, or playing memory games, find activities that challenge your brain and keep it engaged. It's not just about preventing memory loss. It's about strengthening your brain's ability to retain and recall information. But here's the good news: you don't have to overcomplicate things. It doesn't matter if you're not an expert at crossword puzzles or Sudoku. The idea is simply to engage your brain in something different from your usual routine. Maybe you start learning a new language or try out a new craft. The goal is to keep your brain active and adaptable, and this can go a long way in maintaining good memory as you age. So, now that we've covered physical and mental exercise, let's move on to the third habit that plays a huge role in your memory: eating a brain-boosting diet. We've all heard the saying, "You are what you eat." And when it comes to memory, this couldn't be more true. What you put into your body can have a direct impact on how your brain functions. If you're eating a diet full of processed foods and sugary snacks, you might be doing your memory more harm than good. Instead, focus on incorporating nutrient-dense foods that support brain health. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and essential vitamins are key to keeping your mind sharp. You've probably heard about the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, which are found in foods like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. These healthy fats help improve brain function and can even promote the growth of new brain cells. But it's not just about one particular food. It's about creating a balanced, brain-healthy diet. Fresh fruits and vegetables, especially those rich in vitamin E, like spinach, almonds, and sunflower seeds, can help protect your brain cells from damage. Another important nutrient to include in your diet is vitamin B12, which plays a vital role in memory and cognitive function. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 can decrease, so it's important to make sure you're getting enough of it through food or supplements. You'll find B12 in foods like eggs, dairy products, and fortified cereals. Now that we've talked about the power of physical exercise, mental stimulation, and a nutritious diet, you're already on your way to improving your memory and keeping your brain sharp. But there's still more to come. Small, everyday changes that can have a lasting impact on how you feel and how your memory performs. So, let's keep this momentum going. In the next part, we'll dive into the fourth and fifth habits that can help preserve your memory and overall well-being. These habits are easy to incorporate into your daily life, and you'll start to feel the positive effects in no time. Stay tuned. Now that we've covered physical exercise, mental stimulation, and a healthy diet, let's talk about 2 more habits that can make a world of difference when it comes to preserving your memory. Getting enough sleep and managing stress. Let's start with sleep. If you're like many people, you might have noticed that as you get older, it's a little harder to get a full night's rest. Maybe you wake up in the middle of the night, or you just can't seem to fall into that deep, restorative sleep that you used to. But here's the thing: quality sleep is absolutely essential for memory. In fact, sleep plays a critical role in consolidating memories, helping you store the information you've learned throughout the day. It's like your brain's cleanup crew, organizing everything you've experienced so you can remember it more easily in the future. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain doesn't have enough time to process and store memories, which can make it harder to recall things the next day. Over time, poor sleep can even contribute to memory problems and increase the risk of cognitive decline. So, what can you do to improve your sleep? First, try to establish a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling rested. You should also focus on creating a sleep-friendly environment. Keep your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool. If you have trouble falling asleep, consider limiting your screen time in the hour or 2 before bed, as the blue light from phones, tablets, and computers can interfere with your ability to drift off. And, of course, if you're finding that sleep troubles are affecting your daily life, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor for additional guidance. Now that we've covered sleep, let's talk about stress. It's no secret that stress is a part of life, but what you may not realize is just how much it can affect your memory. When you're stressed, your body produces a hormone called cortisol, which, in large amounts, can damage the brain cells responsible for memory and learning. Long-term stress can also interfere with the brain's ability to create new memories and can lead to difficulty recalling information. How can you manage stress and protect your memory at the same time? One of the most effective ways is through relaxation techniques. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, and mindfulness practices can help lower your cortisol levels and promote a sense of calm. Even just taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breathing can help ease tension and reduce the mental clutter that comes with stress. Another way to manage stress is by staying connected with others. Loneliness and isolation can be significant sources of stress, and they can also contribute to cognitive decline. So, make it a point to stay in touch with friends and family, whether it's through phone calls, video chats, or even simple visits. Social engagement has been shown to not only reduce stress but also stimulate your brain, keeping it active and engaged. I know it can sometimes be difficult to find time for relaxation, especially if you have a busy life. But even just a few minutes of deep breathing or a quiet walk outdoors can have a lasting impact on how you feel and on your memory. So, make stress management a priority in your daily routine. Remember, when you take care of your mind and body, you're investing in your memory and overall well-being. With sleep and stress under control, let's move on to the final habit that can really help preserve your memory: staying socially active. You might be thinking, I've heard this before, but how does my social life affect my memory? Well, the answer might surprise you. Social engagement is one of the most important factors when it comes to keeping your brain sharp. When you interact with others, especially in meaningful ways, your brain gets a workout. Conversations, problem solving, and emotional connections all stimulate the areas of the brain responsible for memory. The more you engage with others, the more you encourage your brain to stay active and adaptable. It's like exercise for your mind. But it's not just about having a busy social calendar, it's about quality, not quantity. You don't need to be constantly surrounded by people to benefit from social interactions. Even spending time with a close friend or family member can have a huge impact. In fact, studies have shown that people who maintain strong social ties tend to have better cognitive health and memory as they age. So, make it a point to connect with others, whether it's through a regular coffee date, joining a club or group, or even just chatting with a neighbor. These small social interactions can make a big difference in keeping your brain healthy. And if you're finding it hard to get out and about, don't worry. You can still stay socially engaged through virtual means. Video calls, online communities, or even a simple phone call can help you stay connected with loved ones and combat loneliness. Plus, interacting with people in different ways can give your brain a little extra challenge, which is always a good thing. Now that we've covered how to get better sleep, manage stress, and stay socially active, you're already building a solid foundation for maintaining your memory. These habits are all about nurturing both your mind and your body, which go hand in hand when it comes to brain health. But there's one more habit to explore, a powerful, simple daily habit that can make a lasting difference in your ability to retain and recall memories. Stay tuned for the final habit, and I'll share how this last piece of the puzzle can tie everything together and keep your memory strong for years to come. We've already covered some powerful habits to help keep your memory sharp. Physical exercise, mental stimulation, a brain-boosting diet, quality sleep, managing stress, and staying socially active. But there's one final habit that might just tie everything together and make a big difference in your memory. And that habit is mindfulness. You might be wondering, what does mindfulness have to do with memory? Well, mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. It's about paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment or distraction. When we're mindful, we focus all of our attention on the task at hand, which helps us process information more deeply and remember it more effectively. This could be as simple as paying attention while reading a book, enjoying a conversation, or even savoring a meal. Mindfulness helps with memory because it trains your brain to filter out distractions and focus on the present moment. Think about it. How many times have you walked into a room only to forget why you were there because your mind was racing with other thoughts? By practicing mindfulness, you can bring your attention back to the here and now, making it easier to remember important details. There are plenty of ways to practice mindfulness. You don't have to meditate for hours a day. Just taking a few minutes each day to focus on your breathing or to sit quietly and notice your surroundings can help train your brain to stay sharp. You could try a simple breathing exercise. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in for a count of 4, then exhale for a count of 4. Do this for a few minutes each day, and you'll be surprised at how much more focused and present you feel. It's a small habit, but it has a huge impact on your memory and overall mental well-being. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a moment to summarize everything we've talked about. Maintaining a sharp memory after 60 doesn't have to be a complicated task. In fact, by making a few simple changes to your daily routine, you can make a big difference in your brain health. Physical exercise helps increase blood flow to your brain, keeping it sharp and focused. Mental exercise, like reading or solving puzzles, strengthens your brain's ability to retain and recall information. A brain-boosting diet full of nutrient-rich foods provides the essential vitamins and fats your brain needs to thrive. Getting enough quality sleep and managing stress ensures that your brain has the time and space to process memories properly. Staying socially active keeps your brain engaged, while mindfulness helps you focus on the present, improving both your memory and your overall mental clarity. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. It's not about trying to change everything all at once. It's about taking it one step at a time and finding the habits that work best for you. Start with 1 or 2 changes and build from there. As you incorporate these habits into your daily life, you'll likely notice improvements in how you feel, how focused you are, and how easily you can remember things. That I want to leave you with this. Your memory isn't something that just fades away with age. It's something that you can nurture and protect. By taking care of your brain with these simple habits, you're giving yourself the best chance at a sharp, healthy mind for years to come. You've got the power to maintain and even improve your memory. It's all in your hands. Before you go, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried any of these habits before? Or maybe you have your own tips for keeping your memory sharp. Leave a comment below and share your experiences. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on living your best life after 60. Here's to living your best life at any age. Full of energy, clarity, and sharp memories. Keep nurturing your brain, and remember, you're never too old to start taking care of yourself in new ways.